Welcome to another episode of Dope Chats with Stretch. I am Stretch, yours truly, your 6'6" phenomenon. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Here we go. Which member of Migos did not have a verse on their song Bad and Bougie?
No idea.
Come on.
I have no idea. I know the Migos had a song called Tasty. Stir Fry.
What up, everybody, and welcome to another dope episode of Dope Chats with Stretch. That is me, yours truly, your 6'6" phenomenon. Stretch, hanging out with you on this Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and you already know I am suited and I'm booted because I'm super excited about tonight's show, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun up in here, and I apologize for the delay based off of it was my fault due to the fact that I was in the wrong studio, but here I am, and I'm still trying to get myself situated because it's hard to be in your own kitchen, right? And trying to man the camera, do all these things, and be 6'6". So I'm trying to make sure I stay in the frame and get everything going. But here's the deal, y'all. It is the day before Thanksgiving. People are all over the world are preparing themselves for delicious meals and things of that nature. But you also have a lot of folks out there, like myself, who don't eat meat, right? And people always want to say, well, Stretch, what is it? What do you eat for Thanksgiving? What is it? You know, no turkey, no chicken, no ham. There, we ain't got time for that, man. There's always many ways to have a delicious Thanksgiving meal and be plant-based. And my guest tonight is none other than a fellow vegan like myself. She is a vegan influencer. Let me stand right there. Okay. And she has been doing her thing for quite a while. I love following her on Instagram. I love the relationship that she has with her son. And I just love the dopeness that she brings when she is cooking her food. And I want you all to put your hands together and show some love one time for my guest tonight, Miss Alicia Alexandria. Everybody, Alicia Alexandria, come on, y'all. She's coming to the stage.
Hi.
Hey. What's up, girl? How you feel?
What's up? I feel good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So we are both in the kitchen. I thought it would be dope for us to do this episode tonight where we're both just in our kitchens and we're cooking and we're getting ready for the the festive time that we're going to have tomorrow. So what are you cooking?
Well, I started cooking already. So what I have is my mustard greens, some butter beans and okra. I'm making a cornbread dressing, also some yams and macaroni and cheese.
Okay. And I am making a side dish, which is going to be a Brussels sprout, butternut squash, pecan, sort of like casserole, right? So
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's gonna be delicious, man. And of course, I know, like you, I like to remix recipes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
We gotta remix them. So
Right.
I know you're from Louisiana originally, right?
Yes.
So,
I was born in New Iberia.
Okay. Oh snap. Okay. I got folks over in Lafayette. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And my grandfather was from Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The northern part, like that's near Arkansas. But so let's get into it. So, what made you, or what prompted you to want to become a vegan?
Well, my son was born with eczema, and he would always get these bad allergy reactions to like certain things. So I started to take the dairy out and saw a little difference or whatever. But I watched What the Health and started like after What the Health, I started doing more documentaries, and I was like, you know what? We're about to just cut the meat and the dairy, and I just started seeing a major difference in him and me. But I was so concerned about him to the point that I was like, if I'm gonna do it for him, I'm gonna do it for myself. So that's how we just became vegans. I mean, and it was easy for us because I don't eat seafood. So it's not like it was like, because everybody was like, you down here and you could just break away from seafood like that. Well, I don't eat it. So it was easy for us. It really was. But that's why we did it. It was all for his health, and we just started seeing major changes, both of us.
That's dope.
In our health. Yeah.
That's dope. So when did you make the transition?
It was actually in 2017.
Uh-huh.
And we just did it like I was gradually for him. I was trying to I guess like mock the meat, because I felt like, oh, okay, well maybe I could just replace it,
Right.
with the the plant-based meat and stuff that they have out there. And then after a while I got tired of that, and I just wanted to be more plant-based.
Right.
So we allowed ourselves to gradually crave more fruits and vegetables rather than being so strict in the beginning.
I got you. So when you first made the transition, I know the first time I tried, it was I've been vegan now for about 5 years. The first time I tried to do a cold turkey, right? And I didn't know anything. I was just like, I'm gonna cut. Like you, I wasn't eating any red meat, nor was I eating pork. I stopped eating both pork and red meat probably when I was like 18, 19 years old. So,
oh, okay.
but my I guess you could say I was I needed or wanted, not needed, but I wanted, the chicken and the fish and the turkey. And so I thought, I could go cold turkey. Boy, was I wrong. So I had to do some more, research on it. And then eventually, maybe like a year later, I made the transition. And, it's been very helpful for me because the main reason why I went vegan was because I'm a diabetic. And I wanted to see how, making that transition would work for me in a sense of like lower my blood sugars, having a better A1C, more overall health. And so far so good. I'm definitely enjoying the process.
Well, that's good. That's real good.
Now when I normally do this show, forgive me, I can't cook on an empty stomach, so I have to drink some wine.
Oh, okay.
and we can tell people, what's going on with what we're making right now. So you said you're working on your mac and
cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your vegan mac and cheese, what's in there?
I use a lot of the nutritional yeast. A lot of this. Because I wanted to taste a certain way for my family, I am using some of the chickpea by Daya.
Okay.
I think I'm saying that right, Daya.
Yeah, Daya.
I'm using their cheese. I was upset because they didn't have all of my cheeses. But that's that's my fault for being last minute. So I'm just gonna use mozzarella and cheddar.
Okay.
And we're gonna hook it up, so it's gonna be all right.
You're one of those people that I was tweeting about earlier in regards to waiting till the last minute to go shopping and stuff.
I know, and I did. I wanted to be early this year, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out like that.
It's all good. So, like my recipe is super simple, right? So basically, gotta be do prep. So I took some Brussels sprouts, chopped them in half, put them in a bowl, which you can't see because of the color. Oh yeah, you can see the bowl now. But you put it up in here. Take a little bit of olive oil. I don't measure. Do you measure?
No, I do not measure.
I do not measure. No.
Yeah. I try to. So like when I come out with my next book, I can like have it ready, but I still can't. I just can't. Yeah. It just all depends, it just all depends on what the meal is. But 9 times out of 10, no, I'm not measuring anything.
Same here. And so once I put the olive oil in, I use a little bit of I like Bragg's, right? So Bragg always has like some very good seasoning. And this one here is the Sprinkle 24 herbs and spices. And that doesn't go wrong, or you can never go wrong with 21 seasoning from Trader Joe's.
Oh yes, I love that seasoning.
That's where it's at. We put that up there, and then we're gonna mix it around, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, and put it in a pan here. I already have my pan, and I've already pretty much sprayed it down with a little olive oil, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the butternut squash and bake it, both of them simultaneously, same time, so they can cook evenly for 25 minutes.
Okay.
And that's how we get down. So let's talk about your book. Your cooking book is Mommy's Cooking Healthy. What was, with your son becoming having the reactions that he had with eczema, is that what prompted you to start write your cookbook?
Yes, because after we was it was a challenge in the beginning for me to master meals for him because I was cool,
Right.
but he wasn't because at the time he was 3.
Right.
So as I started mastering the recipes, I said, you know what? I know there's a lot of kids out there with eczema. I know there's a lot of kids that's having like allergies and this and that. I'm gonna come up with a book so that other parents can do the same thing, to let them know that it's okay for kids to eat like this. So that's what made me come out with the book. And I put vegetarian meals in there as well because I know some people, it's hard for them to get rid of the dairy. I wanted to show a transition rather than going cold turkey for the book.
Right.
So the next one is just going to be vegan. And then after that, plant-based. I just want to show that transition to let people know that we're human and not everybody can just go cold turkey like that.
That's what's up. So when you went vegan, and you know, since you said you like to do a lot of cooking for your family, what was their reception like when you started bringing vegan meals to family functions?
You know, I was talked about. Yeah, I was talked about, but it's all good, you know. So what I started doing was I stopped telling them what was in it,
Right.
or whatever. I let them eat it, and then see what they'll say, and then say, okay, you know, you just had a black bean burger, right?
Right. Right.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you was talking about me. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's how I had to do it, and now it's like they'll eat anything I give them.
You know, because a lot of people get it so misconstrued with the fact of it's all about seasoning. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, a lot of times when you're eating the particular meat, and then some people may disagree with me, you know, it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the taste of the meat that you're really, you know, savoring or you know, having that I guess kind of organic flow or whatever the case may be. It's the seasoning on it. It's the seasoning.
Right.
The seasoning makes everything. So that's interesting though.
We're using plants to season the meat, so just eat the plants.
There you go. There you go.
You know.
And speaking of seasoning, it's time to move on to this here butternut squash. As you can see, it's already cubed. I did cheat. I already bought mine already, you know, cut up because I
Oh no, that's fine.
the seeding, you know, seeding and all that good stuff like that. So we take the butternut squash, take a little cinnamon, put some olive oil in there as well, and for sweetness, because it calls for molasses, but I don't do molasses, nor do I do any type of like syrups per se because of the fact of me being diabetic. I like coconut nectar because it's like the low glycemic on there. So still adds that sweetness to it, and you just put a little bit of that up in that joint. It's thick just like molasses, and we're gonna mix that up, and we're gonna throw it in the oven with the Brussels sprouts and give it that good 20 minutes. So what are you working on over there? So what do you got going on?
I got my sauce going. My fresh parsley and what I'm using, grapeseed oil is in the water. So when I boil the chickpea noodles, I'm gonna put those in there. But I'm just working on the sauce because the sauce has to be like a certain texture.
Right.
So once I bake the macaroni, you know, it's gonna be on point. So that's what I'm doing now. I added like the nutritional yeast to it. I'm not using that much of that cheese because I love the way the nutritional yeast tastes, and then plus it's healthier.
Right.
And I'm seasoning it with the no salt Tony's, some pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm also adding like an egg that I made out of chia seeds.
Okay. Oh, you made your egg out of chia seeds?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you like do, it's similar to when you do like a chia seed pudding, correct?
Right. I use that instead.
So for those who don't know about like, you know, how you can make a vegan replacement for egg, talk to them about like how you make your chia seed egg.
You can either use flax seeds or chia seeds, and I hope I'm saying that right. Is it chia or chive?
It's chia.
Okay, it's chia. Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure. But you use just I use 1 tablespoon of the seeds and 2 tablespoons of water, and I stir it up and I put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And then I let it like sit for maybe like 3 hours, and then I use it for whatever.
Right.
But it all depends on what meal I'm cooking. Because like if I'm doing pancakes from scratch, I use applesauce. You can use applesauce as an egg replacement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm a big applesauce kind of guy. I love a good applesauce. Where so once everything is done for your meal, so you're cooking for your family. Now, will you be
Yes.
sharing your meals with other folks who are not vegan?
Yes, they actually wanted me to do the mustard greens and the butter beans and okra
Okay.
and the yams. So that was upon their request, and I'm just making my cornbread dressing my way and my macaroni and cheese. They're probably gonna get some of the macaroni and cheese too, because I don't think my mom is making any. But we just gonna bring all the dishes to the table. I know which ones to grab, and they just gonna enjoy mine as well.
That's what's up. So the good thing, a lot of people, kind of get it jammed up in their head that it does take a lot of prep work. Sometimes depending on what you're cooking, right? And
Yes.
it is imperative that you pay attention to the things that you're cooking, because one thing I know about being vegan is, like, I don't know about you, but I find myself, like, literally going to the store like every other day, because I don't like to see things go to waste, right? And
Right.
sometimes if you don't eat certain things, because it's fresh, if you don't eat it, it will go bad. But
Yeah.
that's the only, I think, downside, I think, sometimes. And then plus, like, for me, I'm cooking for one person, so it's like, okay, I got to make this, and then I'll freeze some of it. Like the other day, I made a red lentil stew.
Okay.
Yeah, it was curry based. It's delicious. It's off the chain. So, but whatever I didn't see or how to use, I showed it.
Uh-huh.
It's always a good meal to have, kind of as we get into the winter time. Like a good chili and things of that nature.
Right. Right.
Yeah. What is one of your favorite, or what's one of your favorite recipes that I guess is your go-to since you've been vegan, or one that I guess you can say is your signature dish?
Oh, well, I have a chicken salad that I sell here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Say
And
what?
it was yeah, I make it out of well, it's in my book. But it's like a tuna, like kind of like, no, not really tuna, like a chicken salad, like the when they would use the tuna but they use chicken instead.
Right.
Okay, so I sell that, and that has had so many people just like, that's not, no, that can't be vegan. No, it is.
Do you
So that's
use
the number one.
chickpeas?
Huh? Well, sometimes I use chickpeas. Sometimes I use jackfruit with the chickpeas,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's also like there's a meatless chicken that I will use for some people who want a different type of taste. So I
Yeah.
just change it up or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, a pasta dish. I love making pasta.
Okay.
You can get very creative with your plants with pasta.
That's awesome. That is awesome. It's funny because, like, I do like jackfruit as well, and then and you just gave me a good idea. Now that I'm gonna incorporate, when I make like my tuna, I use a lot of chickpeas. I use chickpeas, mash them all up and everything of that nature, so you get that consistency, and then
Right.
just go ahead and make your tuna that way. But I'm gonna add some jackfruit up in there.
Yeah, because it's like really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Real good.
what about crab cakes?
I haven't touched that yet because I've never had a crab cake before.
Oh, you have? Oh, come on. See, when you come up to Baltimore, and you come to Maryland, and make sure you get yourself a one of the best vegan crab cakes I ever had.
Okay, I'll have to try that.
Yeah, it's at a restaurant called the Great Sage. It's so delicious. But when I make my crab cakes, I use hearts of palm, and
Okay.
because it's, and a lot of people don't realize, when you open that heart, you smell it. It has a very ocean sort of
Right.
smell to
Right.
it. So
Right.
it is easy to peel apart and has that consistency, just like crab meat.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just, again, all about seasoning. Throw a little nori up in there, some seaweed, and
Mm-hmm.
of course you gotta have Old Bay seasoning if you're gonna have a
Yes.
real crab cake, and then bam, it's on and popping after that. That's
Because
dope.
I made a catfish po' boy with the hearts of palm.
I saw that.
Sure. Ooh, it was so good. Oh my God.
Was that your first time making it?
Yes, it actually was. That was my very first time doing it. But I know, like I said, that I didn't like seafood. It was only because I'm allergic to it.
Right.
But something about catfish, I used to still eat it and then take a Benadryl afterwards.
Well, at least you
So-
know. At least you know, right? At least you know. That's cool. So, what else is on the agenda for you for the holiday? Do you outside of just cooking your good meals? Are you into baking?
I'm not really a sweets person, but if I do bake anything, it'll be something like a pound cake or something like that, or maybe just for my son, we'll do like brownies and cakes and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean brownies and cookies. That's what I'm gonna say. But other than that, I'm not real big on baking sweets. Not big on it.
I love a good, and then being a diabetic, of course, I had to get accustomed to sugar free and things of that nature like that. So I got down with remixing a recipe years ago on apple pies, and so I made a sugar free apple pie. But back then, of course, it wasn't vegan because I wasn't vegan. But then I remixed it again and made it vegan. So instead of putting like a egg wash or egg white wash on top of the crust, I just replaced that with a little olive oil, and then boom, it's the best apple pie you ever had. And the thing is, like, I started making them and then taking them over to my family. And so, like, when we get together for like Christmas and Thanksgiving, like my nieces and nephew would destroy the pies, and they never knew. They was like, "Oh, this is awesome." Then when I told them it was like sugar free, they was like, "Oh, what?" Yeah.
And that's how it be, because it's a mind thing.
Yeah.
It's really a mind thing.
It literally is. So now, does your son does he like to help you in the kitchen and cook, or is he taking this all in? So therefore it's kind of like you're teaching him how to make these meals. So when he gets of age and it's time for him to cook for himself, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I remember when Mom and I cooked this." Is he taking into it?
Oh, yes, indeed. I always, like, especially if I'm doing something new, I bring him in the kitchen with me. He'll have a chair right here just watching everything that I do. And he tells me all the time, "Mama, I don't want to be a chef." And I tell him that's fine, but I want you to know how to cook for yourself.
Right.
And you make sure your woman is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Your wife, you just want to, So, and it's fun. Like, he loves it, loves it. And like most of the time when we're doing videos, he's doing all of the like telling me what to do. Like when we do our thing, like we'll taste the stuff together. He'd be so excited about it. It's literally not acting. He's really acting that way. He loves the food so much, like so much.
That's awesome. I'm surprised he ain't in there right now helping you cook.
Well, he had a long day, very long day, so he's asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, he's asleep.
Oh, he's preparing his mind and his body for all the food he's going to eat tomorrow.
Yes, because he helped me with the mustard greens. We had to take them stems out, so he helped me with that. But other than that, he was wore out. He was ready to go to bed. I said, "That's fine, son."
That's what's up. So talk to me about being from Louisiana, and of course Louisiana is such a hub for great food. I remember I came down there a couple years ago before I actually went vegan, and boy, I ate like a king. The food is so good.
Yeah, it is.
How is it that you were able to, I guess, remix those quintessential meals or foods or entrees that New Orleans is known for, and then turn them vegan?
It was just a goal for me. I was just determined for it to be so close to that taste, smell, and texture that it made me like, okay, this gumbo do not taste like the gumbo I'm used to. I'm gonna do this again, and do this and do that. Take something out, put it in, research, make sure this is good for me, this and that or whatever. And I just stay in the kitchen experimenting.
Right.
And once I master it, I present it to the world. I want you to know, because it's not hard. You just need somebody to just figure it out. You got to have patience to really like taste things and make sure that these different types of plants go together to make your dish still Southern. Like, because I'm still a Southern woman and I want that taste, so through my food, I make sure that it tastes that way.
You got some love going on up in here.
Okay.
We got Original Clock says, "Hey, Alexandria."
Hey.
Also, we got he says MC Healthy, your video feed keeps freezing. Oh, well, it's all good. We'll work on that. It's technology. We can't, but as long as you can hear her, brother, that's all that matters. She's dropping some gems on you. She's dropping some gems. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Terrence Oates, hashtag Vegans Unite. Word up, son. We like the Wu-Tang.
Hey, baby.
That's what's up. And if you all are listening, and if you have questions, drop them in the chat, and we will definitely answer them to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? So what's in your vegan gumbo?
The vegan gumbo I do get the. Have you ever heard of Go Legendary?
Yeah.
Okay, they're sausage links. I've learned that they're because it's black owned. You know, I support it. I mean, yeah. And then I use okra. I use a vegetable broth, and I also use what is it? It's that bouillon, the beef, the vegetable base.
The vegetable based bouillon.
Yeah, the vegetable. Yes. I use that. And what else do I put in my gumbo? Tomatoes. I just make sure that broth is on point.
Yeah.
With the I used to use like just regular flour to start my roux, but I didn't like it. So I actually use coconut flour to start it off, and it come out really good, like real good. It took me 5 times to get my gumbo to come out right.
Hey, but you a master chef, my friend. So it's like you really have to put in that time. Like you said, it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes a lot of trial and error. Because I like making gravy and from scratch too. And so kind of like you, I was using like all-purpose flour. Then I moved to like a wheat flour, but then I was like, you know what? I like almond flour.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try with the almond flour.
Yeah, put a little almond flour in there with the vegetable stock, and then of course the seasoning and gravy, and it turns out really, really thick because I like thick gravy. So,
yes.
That's good. So, what's your plans? Going forward with the as far as your cooking. Do you see yourself venturing into possibly opening up a restaurant, or you want to just continue to enlighten folks through your cookbooks?
I'm actually working on my second book, and it should be out next year. But I am working real hard towards a food truck. But I want my food truck to travel. So
that's what's up.
That's what I really want to do.
That's the plan right there. I think you master that, and you're able to unite people all around the world with good food, healthy food, and what's the saying that goes, the way to a person's heart or whatever is through their stomach. So
yes.
Yeah. The main thing is just to make people fall in love with your food.
Right.
That's dope. That's dope. So when do you think you well, I guess after you get done with the second book, then you'll start working on your master plan some more, right?
Yeah, because I meditate a lot, I pray a lot, and I don't jump into things just because it just seems like I have to do it. I really, really allow God to tell me what to do. So I have so many things that I want to do, Stretch. So many things. But I put it in my order, and then I do the work, but I wait on him to put it in his order.
Right.
And that's just how I live my life. So we'll see what's next. He may say, look, I want your food truck first and then your book. I don't know. Yeah. But I do enjoy doing little snippets of my videos because I get so much love. And I also like doing the promotions for other companies. They send me their products. I love doing that. So whatever just makes me happy, I just do it.
That's what's up. That it's the love. That's the thing. It's like, I found it, interesting too, because like when I started doing, the Chef Knit Up joints, it was just, for me, it was just for fun. Like I was just like, let me just get up here and just, act the fool like I normally do. But people then started like, oh, yo, that looked good. Or how'd you make that? Or, whatever the case may be. So whenever I have the time, I love to just, again, like you, showcase the wonderfulness of being plant-based and being vegan and just share it, because you never know, somebody out there is watching and how that can affect them in their day to day, you know?
Right.
And I think it's really important. It's dope too, especially with us in the Black community, man, because for a lot of times and for years, generation through generation passed down on all these delicious and wonderful food and meals that we've had or we were taught. But you can still have those delicious and wonderful meals, but you can just remix them. And from a health point, I think it's more important for us to be very conscious of what we're putting into our body.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because there's way too many of us in the hospitals, and it's too much information that's in our faces now, and I just feel like, honestly, it's no excuse,
right,
unless you're just being stubborn. That's how I look at it.
Facts on that.
Yeah.
So with your meal that you're preparing, what's the duration of time that it normally takes to get everything all said and done? I love mustard greens. I haven't had mustard greens in a long time. Can you send me some?
Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you.
Thank you.
All love. But okay, I always have to have my music on, and I think I take a long time because I just really be in a zone. Okay, so if I'm cooking a meal like this, I say it'll take me about 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
That's just me getting everything ready. But you gotta let stuff cook. You gotta come back and stir and stuff like that. But I just like to really, really take my time. Now at night, on a daily basis, it does not take me long to cook at all.
Right.
Because we gotta think about, we're not throwing out no ground meat, no chicken or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Everything is plant, so it doesn't take that long to cook anything to me.
All right.
And I guess it's just because it's just me and Kyrie. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you got to help her. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you got to help her, that makes the time go by a tad bit.
Yeah.
Terrence Oates, what's up, Terrence? Thanks for your question. He wants to know any encouragement for beginners, for beginner vegans or aspiring ones. You want to take that?
Yes. What you need to do before you start anything is pace yourself. Like, don't try to jump ahead of the gun. You do it the way it feels to you. So, like, if you want to go a week without any of your meat, just do it like that at first. Don't just say, oh, okay, oh my God, I'm not going to do meat or dairy anymore. Just say, look, I'm going to try this for a week and see how it goes. And then when you go into the stores, make sure you're reading your labels. Like, it's very important. Everything that's labeled vegan, fat-free, gluten-free is not good for you.
Right.
So just make sure you're looking at everything that's in that product. If I look at it like this, if I can't pronounce it, I'm gonna be like, nah, because it shouldn't be all that. And just focus on your beans and your vegetables. And of course, instead of getting like snacks that's boxed and processed, just get fruit. If you have a craving for something sweet, just when you get the fruits, make it a little salad, and you can put agave on it if you want to, some mock fruit sweetener if you want to. Just gradually do it, and your body's going to automatically start craving more vegetables.
Yeah.
So you're going to be just fine. Just pace yourself.
And one of my favorite snacks, I love going to Mom's Organic. I love seaweed. I love seaweed. And so like they have this organic premium roasted seaweed. This is with olive oil, and then they also have sesame and teriyaki.
Yeah.
I love seaweed. Oh, good gracious. One day I just wish I could just roll myself up in a big old piece of seaweed and become a sushi.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
I had just experimented on making some sushi the other day, because that's another thing that I never had before. I don't even know what it tastes like. But I see everybody.
Oh, that's because you never ate seafood.
Yeah.
So you can make like a good California roll.
Yeah, I experimented. It came out pretty good. So once I master it, then you'll see a video one day.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, speaking of your videos, how often are you creating and making content?
If it's something new, I wait until I've mastered it. So I don't really like put myself on a time frame, be like, oh, you haven't posted in 2 weeks, you need to post something now.
Right.
Because I work full time, I have to just go with when I have time. But as far as like the products and stuff, like I make a video if someone sends me their product, and I'd be like, okay, well, let me promote this for that company, try it out first and then promote it. So it's just all about the time, like if I have the time or whatever.
Now, when it comes down to you working with some of these companies and promoting their stuff, are you creating the videos first and then like tagging them and they're reaching out to you, or are you hitting them up and like, hey, I want to whoop-de-woo, and then they send you the stuff?
I'm shy at heart, so I don't hit nobody up. I don't talk to nobody. So what I do is, like, I guess it just all started when I did a paid partnership with a company. And once I did that, like, I have companies that come to me and ask me if I'm willing to try it, and then send it to me for free. And then I'll try it for a week first.
Right.
And then I'll post it, because I don't want to promote anything that I wouldn't take or whatever. So that's how I roll. So I've never got in touch with no company. Maybe I should. I have more, huh? But I'm super, super shy, and I'm gonna break out of it though. But I've never contacted anybody.
That's what's up.
Like, well, nobody.
We rocking and we rolling, and thank you all. Show's not over. It's not over, but I just want to give a recap. You're watching Dope Chats with Stretch. That is me, Stretch. And my guest tonight is Alicia Alexandria Johnson. And we are cooking up a storm up in here because it is the day before Thanksgiving, and we're making some of our favorite vegan meals. I'm making a side dish. She's making a whole dinner. So we are having fun nonetheless, man. And I'm super excited. First and foremost, again, just to have you up on here because this is a good way for me to kind of like bring my two worlds together with doing the podcast, and then of course bringing my chefing it up for Stretch. You know what I'm saying? I should hit the theme song, but I'll wait, to the end for till we when we're done. I'll say my part, But I am making a Brussels sprout, butternut squash, and pecans. I forgot the pecans. I'm gonna roast some pecans and put that in there with that as well. And it's basically like a nice little side dish. And I don't know about you, Alicia, but I cheated this year when it came to my meal because I have to be on the radio tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So,
okay.
The thing about being a vegan, I love the fact that there are so many, different places, a lot of restaurants or a lot of stores that are now, catering to, us as plant-based individuals. So I went to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods always has, a dinner, vegan dinner that you can purchase, and that's what I did. So I purchased that, and it's like my second year doing it, and I love it, man. They have like the food is good. I think it's by Chef Chloe. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting her last name, but her recipe and her food is delicious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she has like a mushroom roast, vegan mac and cheese, miso greens, or miso, is it collard greens or kale? Miso kale, a sweet potatoes, and I'm forgetting something else. And then they do like a medley of roasted vegetables. So it's a good look.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. So I ain't all fancy like you over there in the kitchen, doing all kind of mustard greens and.
It's because it's the holiday. That's all.
Yeah. So
that's all.
When it comes to Christmas, what do you already envision what your menu is going to be for the Christmas time?
Oh, gumbo.
Oh.
Yeah. You keep it nice and simple,
Yeah. So. Keep it nice in New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's not the way to say it. People be mispronouncing New Orleans all the time.
How they say it?
They be, you know how folks be. They be like, no.
Yeah, they do NAWLINS. Yeah.
So, for those ignorant folks out there who are pronouncing it wrong, tell them how it's correctly pronounced, please.
Shoot, I hope I say it correct because I have a country accent. All right, New Orleans.
There you go. I like it. Yeah. Just because you said it is right.
Okay, thank you.
That's what's up. So you said now normally for your meal it takes around, you said you like to take your time, so 2 to 3 hours. Is that 2 to 3 hours cooking, or is that 2 to 3 hours even with prep time?
That's even with prep time because I like to get all of my onions together, all my seasons. I like to separate it all nice and neat and stuff. I always cook as if I'm being recorded. Just something about it just gives me a whole vibe, And I treat my son like he the king of the house. So, I have to. He be getting them good meals. But I guess for the holiday, I can say it take that long. But like I said, on a daily basis, it doesn't take that long for me.
Okay.
We quick and easy. And that's why my book, it's all quick and easy meals. It's nothing like drawn out or nothing.
Your book is available on all, everywhere books are sold, Amazon, Target, Barnes and Nobles. When people purchase your book, what can they expect? Like, how many recipes do you have in Mommy's Cooking Healthy?
It's 7 meals for each part of the day. So for breakfast, it's 7 different breakfast ideas, lunch, and dinner and snacks. So altogether, that's what 21. Yeah, 21. Yeah.
So typically, what's a typical breakfast for you if you're making something for you and your son?
Pancakes. He loves my pancakes. Love them. And we change it up with like banana pancakes, strawberry pancakes. He love them infused, all fancy.
Well, that's something I want to add to the list with the mustard greens. Can you send me some pancakes? Because I too am a pancake lover. I love pancakes. And when I went vegan, I was like, I can't have no pancakes no more. Until I realized that there are other ways to make pancakes. But yes, I too love pancakes. So
yes.
He's a good kid.
Okay, thank you.
So now when you're doing your meals, so do you find it easier for you to do like a lot of meal prepping, or you just cook when you're ready to cook, or do you make things in it, make things in advance?
Like more like a meal prep or something like that. It all depends on what it is. Like most of the time I'm getting off work late, so I just go straight into the cooking. But when I did like meal preps for us, it was more so like salads and a lot of stuff dealing with like chickpeas, like making hummus, and I love making like homemade chips. I just love doing stuff like that.
All that video that you did when you made your homemade chips, I was like, damn, that looks good.
I was so nervous about the lentils though because they ain't had no flavor.
Yes.
But they really didn't have no flavor, so I'm gonna redo it for real. I have to be honest. Like they were good though. They were good, but I was looking for something more. I was looking for something else. But yeah, I love making homemade chips to go with different types of sauces or any type of dip. Right. I love doing stuff like that. So
when are you a big user of your air fryer?
Yes, I love that. When I tell you I only use the oven when it's time to do cornbread.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the air fryer is so convenient.
The air fryer is like my saving grace.
Yes, it is.
Like for instance, like even with making Brussels sprouts, I put my Brussels sprouts in the air fryer. The thing about it is like I don't know about you. I was not a big fan of Brussels sprouts because, of course, our parents didn't really know how to make Brussels sprouts back then because they were boil them and like there was no flavor to them. It's like I'm not eating cabbage. I don't want it. But now there's so many different ways to incorporate and make your Brussels sprouts. I love using my air fryer, but I also love putting them in the oven, or I'll put them in a skillet. Put them in a skillet and fry them up that way, and delicious. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong.
Yeah, because I love roasting them with like carrots and potatoes, like sweet potatoes, and some carrots. I love eating it like that.
All right, for those of you who are tuned in, now halfway through the point of you cooking these Brussels sprouts, you got to go and you got to flip them. You got to flip them so that they can cook evenly on both sides. And now, as far as the squash is concerned, just let that thing go. Just let it go. I can already smell the sweetness of the butternut squash. I love butternut squash, and adding in that coconut nectar. Oh, I can just smell it. It smells so good.
That sounds good.
Yeah. What's your kitchen smelling like right now?
It's smelling like some mac and cheese for real. I was sleeping on it because I got to talking to you. But right now, I'm putting it, like I'm preparing it to go in the oven tomorrow.
Okay.
So, because I like it like fresh.
Right.
It's just something about reheated macaroni and cheese. No, you got to have it fresh. So I'm putting the noodles down with a layer of seasoning and some soy-free butter. And this is the way the cheese came out.
Yeah, show everybody how your cheese is. First of all, it looks great. Nice and cheesy, real thick.
Nice. You want it real thick.
Yeah.
Like that. And that nutritional yeast is what makes it like that.
Yeah.
And I used almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. And you're going to pour it on top of your noodles like this.
Oh, look at that. Come on now.
And that's just one layer. And then you put some more noodles, and then you put your other layer. And then on top of that, you can add other cheeses. And that way you can have that golden brown at the top.
So when you're cooking it in the oven, how long are you cooking it for?
I'll put it in there for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
But it all depends on, I just want to make sure when I'm cutting into it that it's all together and cheesy and melted. You want to make sure all your cheese is melted. And like once you do it, you can get like blocks of cheese. I'm not doing it tonight because again, I was last minute and they didn't have everything I needed. But you can put like blocks of cheddar cheese in there, non-dairy cheddar cheese as well. So when you're biting into it, you're going to have like a glunk of cheese with your macaroni. That's only if you want to, but we're not doing it today.
Okay.
Because we last minute. We don't have everything.
Last minute, but it's all love. And of course, we're not going to be able to see our final product tonight. But what I'm going to do is tomorrow, Alicia, just send me a photo of your food.
Okay.
Tonight or whenever. And I'm going to post it tomorrow. So everyone can see the final products of what we are, making up in these kitchens on this Thanksgiving Eve. But it is about that time, my friend, for a little game.
That time went by fast.
Yeah, but we're about to play a game that I like to call Questions from the Hat. All right?
Whew. Okay.
So prepare yourself. This is the #1 game show on all podcasts. You feel me? This is better than The Price is Right. It's better than anything. It is Questions from the Hat. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That's enough, sound man. Okay. Question from the hat. And this here hat, I have some questions I'm gonna ask you. All right. Ooh, here's a good one. If you propose and he or she says no, is the relationship over?
I don't know.
Yeah, that pregnant pause. I'm like, wait a minute, is she still there?
I want to say no, it's not. Wait, yeah, it's over. I'm proposing. I'm a female.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's get on to that subject real quick. What are your thoughts of you seeing all these videos of these ladies getting down on their knees and asking these raggedy ass Negroes to marry them? I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either. Yeah. It's to me, I mean, yeah, you can love hard like that, but a man knows.
Yeah.
And if he wants to do it, he's going to do it. Don't do all that. So if I get the nerve to get on my knee and ask you to marry me, you tell me no, like that's. I think our relationship might be on the, it'll be kind of shaky. It will never be the same. Let's put it like that.
I can tell you what, if I ever see that joint happen, I know some women where they will be their theme song will be "Murder is the Case" because somebody gonna die that night. Somebody gonna die that night. I'm trying to tell you, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, our next question is: do you ever wake up with cold sweats, dreaming about chicken?
No, but I do have a confession though.
What's up?
I did about a pork chop sandwich. I did years ago. I had woke up. I had a dream. I had man. When I tell you, it was like it was like after a year that I was a vegan, and I had a dream. I had fried that pork chop sandwich. Just I don't know why at that moment I wanted it so bad, and I woke up just like fiending for it, but I didn't go get it. But still,
Oh, good.
So
good.
it wasn't chicken; it was the pork chop.
It was a pork chop. All right, I
Yeah.
can dig it.
Okay. And that's so sad. That's so bad. That's not
like,
good.
So I woke up, I was like, dang, I want me a pepperoni. I want me a pepperoni. Oh man. All right, next question. I'll say that for last. All right. Oh, this is a good question since you are from the South.
Okay.
Savory or sweet grits?
Savory.
Do tell. Why?
I don't see why people put sugar in their grits.
Do you think
I don't see.
You think it's for people to put sugar in their grits?
I've tried it before, and I don't see how you like it. That's cream of wheat. If I want cream of wheat, I'm gonna get that. You know,
yeah.
Grits is grits. Grits need to be with a little bit of sea salt, some pepper, and some cheese. That's how you eat that.
Yeah, cream of wheat or farina with the black man on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. All right, here we go. Oh, here's a good question. Are you tired of Will and Jada putting their biz out on the streets?
I am, and she need to quit embarrassing that baby.
Man.
But we don't know their story. You know, it's hard for we're the outside looking in.
Right.
You know, and I feel like when you broadcast stuff like that, you're distracting us from something else. So that's why I peep game on it. Might be like, man, damn, Will. Oh, poor baby.
Now you saw the story about him where he said he was so sick of sex that when he would start to throw up.
I just feel so bad for him.
You don't need to hear that, man. Come on, man.
Right. And that was the headline. Like that's the headline. Like that's just no.
Will Smith throws up from sex.
Poor thing.
Oh man,
so sad. Poor baby.
Crazy. All right, we're gonna end this on a good note. All right, here we go. Most memorable Thanksgiving.
It's gonna be this one because my brother has been away for a very long time and he's finally home. Oh. So it's this one. This one is going to be very memorable.
Shout out to your brother. No doubt. Welcome home, my man. Now, will he be partaking in your vegan food?
He is. He actually is. He is. And also, like, I didn't know that the guy that I'm seeing is coming in town. So I didn't know. So he gets to partake in the food as well. So it's both of them. So I'm just looking like, oh Lord, I hope they like it. Now, they're gonna like it. I think
they're gonna like it now. But the question is, are they gonna like each other?
They are, because I'm a very kumbaya type of person. So we have no drama over here. So everything's gonna be fine.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh man, well Alicia, I want to thank you so much again for taking time out of your busy schedule, especially on the night before Thanksgiving, to sit and chop it up with me and actually cook. It was so fun. It was fun. I think we have to do this again for sure. But this is the time for you, my friend, to go ahead and not be shy and plug you. How can people follow you? How can they get your book and whatever else? Whatever gems you want to drop to the folks out there, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, so y'all already know I'm Alicia Johnson. I'm on all social media as Meg Healthy 225, and Meg stands for Mama's Cooking, by the way. So it's all right. So I'm on all social media, and my book is located on Amazon. It's at Barnes and Nobles. It's also at Walmart and Target online.
All right, that's what it is. Well, listen, it was a pleasure to have you on tonight. Thank you so much once again. Give your son a high five for me. Tell him I said what's up. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and may your family be blessed this holiday, and furthermore to eternity. You feel me? And man, it was good, and I look forward to seeing the final product because you're gonna send me a picture, and I'm gonna post both of our final meals on IG. And for you out there, you can follow me on Instagram at StretchG or at DopeSense76 Media. And again, It's been a pleasure. Thank you for stopping through and being my guest tonight.
Thank you so much, Stretch. I had so much fun with you. You're so cool.
Hey man, come on now. You know, it's always love. Hold on, now I gotta do it for him. It's always good when you step it up. Okay. Thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you, love.
Same to you. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Hey, everybody, that right there was my guest, Alicia Alexandria Johnson, Mick Healthy 25. Make sure you show her some love on Instagram. And for you and yours out there, have a very, very wonderful, and I do mean wonderful, Thanksgiving. Thank you for your time. Be safe, be loved, and we'll do it again next week right here on Dope Chats with Stretch. Peace.